Are we Israel's bitch now? Yeah, I used to call Trump Putin's bitch. I don't know, maybe he's Bibi's bitch now. Look at this. Marco Rubio said that Israel forced Trump's hand during this war. Intelligence experts say that Iran couldn't pose a threat to the United States for a decade. There was no threat to the United States, but there was a threat to Israel. And Israel seems to have gotten whatever they wanted. They've killed the supreme leader of Iran. They've gotten an excuse to go into a ground war in Lebanon. They're invading Lebanon right now. They exchanged fire for a couple days, and now they're like sending in troops. That's everything they wanted. Just like Gaza. Just like Gaza. What does Bibi have on Trump? Does Bibi have the Epstein files? That must be it. That must be it. Now, I heard a story earlier last week about Kash Patel firing a bunch of FBI agents who once upon a time subpoenaed Kash Patel's phone records for, I don't even know what the investigation was that they were involved in at that time. But, so he just fired him. Now I'm hearing this story about how just a few days before this war, Kash Patel fired a dozen FBI agents because they worked on the Mar-a-Lago classified documents case where Trump was absolutely guilty. And so for Trump's retribution, they fired the 12 senior experts in counterintelligence, specifically involving Iran. These were counterintelligence experts on Iran. And they fired them right before the war. They also fired the head of cybersecurity, who had no experience whatsoever. We still don't know why Kristi Noem hired him. She was probably fucking him. That's probably what it was. It's a low IQ war. I mean, the guy in charge of the Department of Defense got his job because he was a Fox News host and had a minimal amount of military experience in the National Guard. But there could be low IQ on both sides, as this story here that got from the enforcer might lay out. Look at this thing that happened.
This is our biggest story of the day. We were getting a bombshell report that Israel attacked the 88 council members while they were voting to choose the next Iranian supreme leader, according to Israeli media. And we're seeing here that the Iranian Assembly of Experts, which gathered in the city of Qom, Iran, has been struck by a massive airstrike. And it turns out they were actually meeting in this one building to elect the Iranian new supreme leader. So they were literally right in the middle of the vote when they were hit by a massive airstrike, and we're being told that a lot of these guys, which are senior clerics of the Iranian government, are apparently deceased as of this moment. So this is a wild hit right here, perhaps one of the most wild hits we've seen so far, outside of Khamenei getting taken out in the first opening 30 seconds of the war. So let's take a look at the video and see the damage to the Assembly of Experts building in Qom, and this is wild. So let's take a look. So you can see it right there. That is the Assembly of Experts building that you're looking at right there. That thing is completely demolished. Like, it is torn down almost to the ground, actually. That building has been pretty much wiped out. So whatever was dropped in that building was clearly extremely potent because it pretty much demolished it. So you can see all these guys outside on motorcycles. I think these might be also possibly maybe some government officials mixed in. This is a situation and a half. And notice you don't see any emergency responders showing up, which is quite interesting as well. And I think a lot of those guys are deceased that were in that building. I think it would be very hard to survive that because the building literally fell in on itself. So the 90 senior clerics, by the way, that's a lot of senior officials that might have been taken out in this airstrike. So
Well, that's bad. See, that's why we don't have our entire government gather in one place without a designated survivor. Like when they all go to Congress to inaugurate the new president or whatever, or vote, certified votes for president, like that kind of thing. Like January 6th, there was a designated survivor. There's somebody in the government that was not there. Just in case somebody took out the entire government, there'd be one person to survive. It's a great show, Designated Survivor. I think it's on Netflix. You should watch it. Fascinating tale, but this could be our saving grace, that maybe Iran is as stupid as we are. I don't know. Trump's been saying that we've decimated everything that they have, and they're out of missiles, they're out of all this. Well, I don't know. Our embassy just got hit in Saudi Arabia and in Dubai. They seem to have plenty of missiles, blowing up plenty of stuff. But again, it's going to piss on my head. Tell me it's real. Michael Corral from the WTH News Network. If you like our take on the news, you know what to do. Hit all them buttons, y'all. Helps out a lot.